Hello, fellow followers, and welcome to FanZcene. And tonight is another episode of the Physical Media Show. Tonight with me is Tom Connors from Midnight Says After Dark, and Runner will be joining us soon. He's running behind. He's coming home from work. Greetings, Tom.
Greetings, everybody.
Me too. um, you so I did this show last week, and with Runner, it was kind of like his ideal, and well, it was like my ideal, but Runner was like, let's do it. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And so it's just to showcase some physical media, because I'm a huge physical media supporter. And Runner, he's a young kid and he's seeing the value of physical media. Like, he told me with his graduation money, he bought a boatload of movies, and he shared some of those with me last week. So it was pretty cool to see a young kid like that supporting physical media. And Tom, you're a huge supporter. I know that.
Yeah, you were crackling a bit there, but yeah, huge supporter.
Again?
Yeah, but now you're a little better, so hopefully it clears up. I was going to just about type it to you. I'm like, fuck, I'll just say it for now. Physical media is something that, honestly, that's kind of what got me more into loving movies than anything, to be honest with you, is this infatuation with VHS when it first came out. And the ability to just watch a movie anytime. It was just almost unheard of, and it was just weird. And when it was weird, because my dad worked for a company that we would get the movies, and he would bring them home with the VCR and stuff before we got our own, and then we had our own VCR. But he would just bring the movies home a stack at a time, and I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't think nothing of it. And they would still be in the plastic, everything. So I didn't know until a little later that my dad was bringing them home early because they weren't ready for rent until like the week after. So they would let the employees take them home for a day or two each. And yeah, so I got to see movies all the time, tons and tons, and just about everything that came out every week, unless my parents wouldn't allow me to see it for the longest time while my dad worked for this one company, which was wild. And then eventually I just got into video, but I didn't even know that like video rental was a thing until a little while into the game. And it was like, oh, you go to the store, you get a tape, but they put it in this plastic case. Because the first thing I remember saying to my mom is like, where's the cover? I want the cover. Because I'd sit there and I'd watch the movie with the cover in my hands all the time. That was my experience with it. So I'm not saying I had a different experience than everybody else, because eventually sell-through became a thing and everybody had their own videotapes. But for a while there, it was a little abnormal compared to other kids, because I would talk about all these movies all the time and these kids wouldn't know about it. And that's how I gravitated towards certain kids in my class who actually were into movies and stuff like that. So yeah, and that just led me down the path to where I'm at now. And hello, Runner.
Hello. Welcome, Runner. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay. I've been crackling here, so I want to make sure everything's all good.
No, I can hear both of you loud and clear.
Okay, good. But yeah, that was awesome, Tom. I'm a little jealous that you got to get all those movies beforehand.
Yeah, it was funky. Like my dad bringing home a literal stack of tapes.
That's cool.
And I specifically remember Ghostbusters and Gremlins and Goonies and Back to the Future and all these movies being brought home, and Police Academy, all that stuff, just all the time. It was cool. That's and then amazing. The best part is not to go on about this even more, but the best part is back then VCRs were so expensive that if a tape had just a little bit of a bad spot in it, they would pull it off the shelf and wouldn't rent it anymore out of fear that somebody's machine would go bad while they were watching one of their tapes and they would get sued. So they would let the employees purchase the tapes for like nothing.
Wow.
The messed up ones, and bring them home. So growing up, I had a collection started early on, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I had Police Academy movies, I had National Lampoon's Vacation, and all these movies as a kid. And to me, it wasn't abnormal until people would come over my house and like, where did you get all these movies? I was just like, well, we just have them. It was just, to me, it was like, we just got them. My dad brought them. To me, it was no big deal,
Yeah. But dang, man, that's me. I didn't have that type of experience, but
right, because you're a bit younger than me, but yeah,
a bit younger. But mine, started with really just basic cable as a kid, and seeing these movies, and I wanted the movies. And then my dad would bring home, he'd stop after work and he'd maybe like pick up a VHS and buy it for us and bring it home. And that's sort of how my love affair with movies began, because I would see them on TV first, and then I'd want them, and then my dad would be like, "Here, I bought you this," and then it slowly just like I started just saving money and started buying my own and going to like video store after video store, any video store I could find, I would rent from anytime. And then if I could buy the tapes, I would buy the tapes, and like in a heartbeat. That's how my love affair with physical media and all that. It's just something about them when you see the box sets or the video art, on that. Just that just draws you to it, and it just is amazing. How about you, Runner? Before we start showing some stuff,
what was the question again?
How did you get into?
Oh, I just went on to a tangent. Yeah, sorry about that.
no, that's okay. How did I get into it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough. I mean, like, I think when I was like really little, like I remember we owned VHS when it was somewhat relevant, and then we just got rid of it because we didn't think we needed it anymore. We could just like, oh yeah, we can just get it on DVD and Blu-ray and stuff. So yeah, and then later on, I started seeing what was going on, like adding shit that makes no sense in certain films and all that. So I was just like, you know what, I gotta get all this shit before they, ruin anything else.
Yeah,
that's kind of what led to me in collecting physical media.
That's awesome. Because you never know what they'll do with the digital versions of these and the newer releases of these. So it's good. So all right, let's get into it. Who wants to show what they brought first? Tom or Runner? It don't matter. Just turn on your camera. Pop
How about
it up.
You, Runner?
All right. Finding and you said 4, right?
Last year, first
4.
to show. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
pop on your camera. Let's see what you got. Oh, you got Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and Clerks.
The triple
collection.
The triple Kevin Smith collection. Yeah.
When Kevin Smith was good.
Yeah, when he wasn't a crybaby. Yeah, old school Kevin Smith was good. Yeah, I love all 3 of these movies. I also have Mallrats on Blu-ray, but I thought I'd get the 3rd pack.
That's good. I like those movies. I do like those movies.
Yeah, they're really, really good. Love them.
Clerks was always like, I know you said you like Clerks 2 better than Clerks 1, but Clerks was like, there was just something about that first Kevin Smith movie at Clerks.
Oh, absolutely. Something special.
There's something special about it. But then, like, what happens years later is just, we just won't get into that, though.
Yeah.
But that's a nice collection. I dig that. And on Blu-ray. So that's a good setup. I'll go next, Tom, and then you can
Because, like you mentioned, like, yes, I do. I mean, I like both of the Clerks movies, but I would say 2 is just, I just like it more because maybe it's just the comedy is like, it's way more funny in my opinion.
It's a little more modern than the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Like that Lord of the Rings and Star Wars battle, that really got me. That was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I have that set you have right there, Runner. And yeah, it's the Chasing Amy Blu-ray is actually the Criterion special edition, basically.
No
so there's tons of great stuff on there.
I need to pick that up. Then,
Clerks, they carried, Clerks carried over all the bonus features from the 10th anniversary DVD set, which was like a 3-disc set.
Yeah, that's
those are all on there. Yeah, and so you actually have the Sundance version of Clerks, which actually has the original ending on it as well on that set.
All right.
Yeah, and then it was Chasing Amy and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Now that's the one that got the shaft. That's one I'll complain about because that one they only put the movie only on there, I think, with the audio commentary. But if you happen to have the old DVD 2-disc set, all those special features are on the 2nd disc. See, so those didn't get carried over for some. Maybe they did. I'd have to check, but for some reason in my mind, and I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
I'll have to check it out at some point.
I think for some reason, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is only the movie, and the movie only.
That's crazy.
But I think that's because when they release it in the other version, they just put the bonus disc in there as a DVD.
Yeah.
So if you bought the standard just a standalone version, then you got the bonus disc. But since they didn't carry over their features to the Blu-ray, I think, but I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was, because that kind of upset me, because I'm like, crap, now I can't get rid of my DVD.
Yeah, no, I got the double
'Cause you'll
DVD of Jay
notice-
and Silent Bob.
Yeah, because you'll notice as you are a collector, you need space.
Yes.
So and
Yep.
Blu-rays
Yeah.
take up a lot less space.
Yes.
They do.
And okay. But that is a nice set. Like I said, I have I have the Clerks 3-disc DVD set, the Jay and Silent Bob 2-disc DVD set. You know, I have those still. So I never really upgraded them to Blu-ray because I have those sets, but I've always wanted to. But I've always was like, I don't want to get rid of these.
No,
I mean?
don't. I wouldn't.
No,
I just found them on Amazon, and I was like, you know what? I might as well grab these as soon as possible, because
yeah.
yeah.
What's weird is I think Kevin's movies are one of the few of those where I actually have like almost all of the original releases just for nostalgic value. Like I even have my old edition of Clerks, where it's the old, not even 16:9 enhanced. It's just letterboxed. So old, and I think it's only 2.0 stereo, and it was one of the first DVDs that ever came out. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get like his other old movies like Dogma and Clerks 2, but those are hard to, like I know Dogma's hard as shit
I was
to
gonna
get
say
on Blu-ray.
Dogma's gonna be a tough one.
And
somebody conveniently stole my copy of Dogma on DVD. I actually had it on Blu-ray and DVD.
Man. I have, like I was just telling him, I have Dogma. I got it for free about a month ago because my nephew's
lucky.
Yeah, my nephew's girlfriend's mother was moving out, and they just gave away all their DVDs and VHSs, and I was like, I will take them.
Yeah,
and I will go through the ones I want.
Mallrats wasn't too hard to get on Blu-ray, so I was pretty happy about that. I think it comes with both.
What happened?
Hello?
You're there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it's like you cut out for a minute.
Yeah, no, I was just saying like Mallrats was pretty easy to get on Blu-ray.
Yeah, and I love the fact on Mallrats Blu-ray, it's actually the Laserdisc commentary, because Kevin Smith literally thought Laserdisc was better than Blu-ray and DVD, and he like trashes it. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, like it comes with both the theatrical and extended cuts of it.
I'll show you my next pick here. I just got this for my birthday. Turn up here. Let me turn on my camera.
Was this like recently?
Yeah. Last month.
Nice.
Got the Jaws.
Oh, and that's the Digibook. Nice.
Yeah, Digibook.
Nice.
My nephew got this for me, and I was like, hell yeah.
I don't have that edition, but I have like every other edition.
Is it just DVD or Blu-ray?
It's
Blu-ray and DVD.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They're both, yeah.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, that's a nice little collection. I don't know how I passed that one up other than I just already had the Blu-ray maybe. But luckily enough, I think the 4K edition, they recreated the inner book part, but it's not in the Digibook.
Yeah, really? Excuse me, sorry.
But Jaws is my favorite movie, man.
Yeah, Jaws is like amazing.
How do you feel about it?
I love Jaws. Jaws is like the first time I saw it, I was a little kid, and I was like, "This movie is amazing." And it's
how old were you?
I was probably about 10 years old.
Yeah, it's about the right time. Like 7 to 10 feels like about the right time the first time to see Jaws.
And it was amazing, and it was just so good. And it just, I've bought the DVDs through the years and everything, and I've had the DVD for a long time, and the full screen DVD I've had for a very long time. And then I was like, I went to Jaws for my birthday, and my nephew, he saw that and he got it for me. And I was like, it's like my first Digibook. So, which is amazing to me because I can't believe I've never had a Digibook till now. So I was so happy to get that.
It's awesome. I think I saw Jaws the first time maybe like a year and a half ago. So yeah, like not too long ago.
So
because it was one of those movies like I hadn't seen, and then like my parents were like, "Oh no, you got to see Jaws." So we picked it up on DVD on the library, and yeah, it was really fucking good.
It's crazy. That's cool. That's good. That's good. Tom, you want to go? Tommy, the guinea pig says, "Runner is a late bloomer."
Let's see,
Yeah.
which one should I do first here? I'm gonna do one that just come out.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's do this one first. Because I got both great and bad things to say about this one, of course. I'm sure most people saw
Oh,
this came out,
yeah.
but people were having a hard time finding it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to remind people out there, there is a version of the movie separately on regular Blu-ray that have like a little sticker on them that say 40th anniversary.
Mhm.
Those are not the remastered editions. So even if you want an upgraded standard Blu-ray edition, because a 4K master is still going to look a little bit better on regular Blu-ray
Yeah.
than the old 2K masters will. So if you wanted to upgrade your version you have, or you want to whatever, because the other problem with this is this does not come with standard Blu-ray. It comes with digital. But
Yeah.
so, I mean, it's one of those things, if you're somebody you want to either future-proof yourself, don't know what your situation is with digital, but like, yeah, it puts you in a pickle. But the worst thing is the freaking cover on this thing. And these are ones that I hate, is these fold-out things.
Oh,
yeah, you got stuff falling out of them. I mean, the one disc's in my player right now because I was watching it last night, or night before. But yeah, I hate these. Normally, what I'll do is I'll make my own Blu-ray covers when I get the time and the ink and all that good stuff. But yeah, the movies themselves, on the other hand, look beautiful, look gorgeous, sound amazing. Now, as far as I know, these were remastered back when George scanned all the Star Wars films and stuff like that. And I think he did them in 6K. Because I think these are either initially mastered in 4K or 6K. About the same time, I think they did the Godfather films. They look great. They did a new Dolby Atmos mix with Ben Burt. Sounds amazing. Now, not all of the special features are carried over from the previous editions, but most of it's just small, minor things here and there that might even be available on YouTube for that matter. But no, it's a great set. Of course, if you're an indie fan, if you can find it for a good price, that's the other thing. It's
Would you say it's
expensive.
worth upgrading?
I remember when that was released, and I was like, I really want that. But then I was looking at it and I was like, oh, it's only 4K and digital. Like I want to get stuff that's at least 4K and Blu-ray.
Right, and I understand that. Yeah, that's a totally legit, right.
And here's the thing, I'll only whenever I get a PS5, because I know that plays 4K, and a 4K TV whenever that comes around, then I will start collecting more 4K stuff.
Yeah, and see, because
I only have a few 4K movies.
Yeah, I was reluctant at first because I went in on Blu-ray 3D, so I was kind of like, I was diehard that. I didn't, even look at 4K until a little bit down the road. And what I did was I started buying any movie that wasn't in 3D. I started buying the 4K version as long as it came with the Blu-ray to future-proof myself. And again, that's just what I'm saying is running. I understand you're in a situation where you either got to choose getting the 4K version now and waiting till you can actually watch it and just watch the digital versions, or getting the Blu-ray set, which you can probably find for a good price. And in this case right now, if you're not somebody who's ready to upgrade, just do that. It's the old versions. Otherwise, I would do this. I would just wait until Black Friday. I guarantee you, because right now this thing is scarce. For some reason, they had a production problem getting them out there. They were a week late getting into the stores. Some stores still haven't even got them. I got this like a week late from Best Buy, and I had to order it. My Amazon one hadn't even shipped yet, so I canceled that pre-order. This was a mess to get out there in the first place. And so again, this is one of those where if you don't already own it, just wait. And if you're not somebody who's like really heavy duty into 4K, it is not worth the money. Sure, it's Indiana Jones and it's great, but you're not going to find it for much cheaper than 90 to 100 some bucks. And that is way too effing expensive for 4 movies, especially when one you don't even want to watch.
Yeah, exactly. And I
actually haven't seen the 4th one yet.
No, you don't need to.
I mean, I don't know. I'll check it out.
But no, it is worth.
I'm interested, but I don't have time to watch a movie that I've heard a lot of not so good things about.
Yeah, it's worth the watch, but yeah, it's definitely not the best. And
no, it's like I'll watch it if I'm bored as shit one day, and I'll be like, you know what, I'll see how bad this Indiana Jones movie, because I've heard it's bad, but it doesn't ruin a franchise kind of thing. So if it's at least that kind of situation, then whatever. I'm fine.
Yeah. But I mean, I tell you what, the one that's coming out now may make this one, the last one,
What it's
flip
gonna
like
make
a
the yeah.
yeah. But
That sucks because I like some of James Mangold's latest stuff, even though he's kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Like Logan was great. Ford v Ferrari is fantastic if you haven't seen that.
I have not seen that one yet. I
Oh
did.
my god, it's so good. So
Logan
fucking good.
wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be personally.
I
But
enjoyed it. Not as much as Ford v Ferrari, but Logan was
I
good.
do have to watch Ford v Ferrari though, because that looks really good. I just haven't had a chance to.
That was so fucking good, dude.
But yeah, I'm glad to hear that about the 4K set, Tom, because right now I got the last box set George Lucas released before he sold it, so I
Yeah,
got
just
that.
hang on to that for now because
Yeah.
that's the same, and that's what I was saying at the very start. That's the same exact releases that are in those other Blu-rays. So don't dupe yourself.
Yeah,
Don't go. Oh, here's the new Blu-ray set. It's got because there's no new special features. So they're supposedly gonna they're supposed to be putting out the Blu-ray set in the remastered versions at some point, but my guess is it's not going to be till Christmas.
yeah,
Because if they're this far behind on stuff, then that and they're trying to get rid of their old stock too. So, and again, those discs were mastered in 2K. They weren't the 4K masters. There is a big difference in quality, but unless you've got the setup, it doesn't matter now. You're better off just sticking with what you got if you got them already.
that makes sense. Runner, what's your next one? Oh, the 4K
The Terminator.
Terminator 2.
Terminator.
Yeah.
It's not a tumor.
And
wait,
listen, it has 4K and Blu-ray. I had to make sure it was that.
Yeah. Now I have heard some bad things about the 4K scan of Terminator 2.
I don't have the 4K Blu-ray, believe it or not.
Oh, you don't?
But I know what's wrong with it. What I have is the import of that. I have the 3D Blu-ray, which actually has the standard Blu-ray in there is mastered from that 4K Blu-ray. Now I think your lucky runner is the standard Blu-ray that's in there is the old master, so it looks fine. You're good, and plus it's all the cuts because in the 4K cut it's only the theatrical.
Yeah,
cut.
it is all the cuts because
it should be the Skynet edition. I think it's called.
I don't know, but like I know like there's like how many cuts are there? Like 3?
Technically 3, but it depends on how you kind of look at it. There's one with an alternate ending, and then there's just the extended cut.
Yeah, because like it like first thing like in the selection screen, it's like, oh, which version do you want to see or whatever. So yeah, those are one of the few 4K movies I have. The only other 4K movie I have is 300, and that's it. And that came with a Blu-ray, so I was lucky there.
That's cool. Well, hopefully you got it for a good price. The thing with that Terminator one is you can pick it up for a good price, but
I got this for like $9.
It's good.
300 was a little more pricey for 4K, but I liked the cover of it than the Blu-ray, so I picked it up.
Now I did hear rumors, and I have to say that, although I did get it from a good source, that they are eventually going to remaster Terminator 2 in 4K. I just don't know how soon it was. There was supposedly they were going to do it without even telling anybody, but I don't think that happened. There's no way if they did that, they'd be selling these for $9.99.
Yeah,
that's my point. I've seen them for as low as $7.99. So, that's and for those who are curious, what's wrong with it is they did the DNR, which is digital noise reduction. They did it so harshly that everybody looks plastic.
Yeah. So that's what I've heard. That's why I've never upgraded to the 4K because I have the Skynet DVD.
Still the superior version, yes.
Yeah, with all the cuts on that there. So I was that's one reason why I never upgraded. But I've been wanting to, but I've just heard
and that
too much
should be
about
the one
it.
you have runner in your set there.
Yes,
I'm imagining
you'll have the good set on the Blu-ray part.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it on 4K because I don't have a 4K player yet.
Nah, you're not. The 4K version is what they also used for the master on the 3D version. It's okay. It's not as bad with the 3D version, but because it's down converted anyway. So the other problem though is just like it's as bad as Predator. I don't know who made these decisions, but for those who remember the old Predator Blu-ray, it looked horrid.
Yeah, I remember that. It was really bad.
Everybody looked like plastic.
It
was like a Pixar movie.
Sometimes they go like when they clean them up just too bad, and that DNR they go overboard.
Oh, and that's another question I got to ask you guys. Do you guys go in and make sure you turn off that smooth motion stuff? That's the first thing I do.
I do. Yes, I do.
hate that crap.
I don't know.
That's all right, Runner.
I don't know what that is. Yes,
I was like, what?
Most TVs back in the day, they didn't have it on all the time, but nowadays, like 90% of the TVs have it coming out of the box.
Yeah.
So you have to actually go in and turn it off. And many directors have said, turn that shit. If they had their way, they would get that taken off of televisions.
Yes.
The reason it's there and it actually works better for is like video games. But for movies and stuff, what it's doing is it's artificially adding frames that aren't there. So that's why it makes everything look like a soap opera or a cartoon. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So you definitely want to turn that off on your TV because it makes for a better watch once you turn that crap off.
Yeah, it doesn't look as unnatural.
They all look like Max Headroom, Tommy says.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let me turn my camera on here, and I got my Superman still box set here with Superman 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Superman Returns.
You guys are breaking my hearts. You guys keep bringing up stuff that people stole from me. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, I love that.
That's pretty cool.
It's got all like the newspaper stuff in there. I'd pull it all out. But I mean, I liked Brendan Routh as Superman. He just wasn't in a good Superman movie.
Agreed.
So, there's all that. It's got all like the Daily Planet news stuff in there. Everything still. I just don't want to pull it all out. But yeah, I thought I'd bring that on here because I'm a huge Superman fan, and this is one of my prizes in my collection. Even though I've got them all on Blu-ray and 4K. Well, Superman the movie, there's only one on 4K now, but.
This has got to be what remind Tom Knight what his ex-girlfriends and his ex-girlfriend's friends have stolen from him right now. And by stolen, generally that can be either mean they legitimately just disappeared, but in this case it's generally I lent them out and they never came back.
That sucks, man.
No, that's a great set you got there. That's a good one.
It's one of my favorite sets. I mean, even though I've upgraded to the Blu-rays and the 4K of the first movie, I have to keep that because that set is just amazing. It's got the Fleischer cartoons. It's got all the special features. Everything is just I have to keep that. It's amazing.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, Sinister, it is in the that's when they released that set. That set, I remember when I bought that, it was fucking expensive. How much did you pay for it?
I paid $100 for it.
Really? Oh wow!
Yes.
Recently or when it came out?
When it came out.
I was gonna say, and that's in good shape still, man. Good.
Yeah. I bought that brand new for $100. I don't remember where I got it.
Yeah, that's how much it was brand new. Probably Best Buy or Walmart or something. Yeah,
it might have been Best Buy or Walmart. Might have been Best Buy because I used to buy a lot from Best Buy.
Yeah, that's where I used to have to go for a lot of my stuff.
Yeah. So yes, and like you said, I think I mentioned that. Yes, it has the Donner cut too, so that's cool. So it was really good. I really liked that, and I just had to bring that on because I'm a huge Superman fan. And I know Runner, you're into the Snyder cut and all that, which, like I said, I'm fine with it. I like it, but the Donnerverse that's got my heart.
I mean, listen, I understand people like those movies. I could see why. It just never got into me. That's all.
I get it, man.
And Runner's lucky I can't boot him from the stream.
I knew you'd be pissed off, Tom.
Nah, I'm just giving you shit.
All right, Tom.
Oh, my turn next?
Yeah.
All right. I hate to sound like I'm going to save my two positive ones for the end. So here's one that is kind of got a positive but a negative. And I would love to hear from anybody who has the same problem I have with this. I've taken this back once already now. In my second copy, when I put this in my Xbox, it sounds like it's going to blow up my Xbox.
Damn.
Like it whines really funny. The movie plays, but it's like so annoying. You can't, you have to crank. It's annoying as piss. So if anybody else has that problem, let me know. Otherwise, great transfer, great set. You can get it for a fairly decent price if you can find it. I think it's a Walmart exclusive right now. Yeah. And it's been sold out in most places. I had a hard time finding it for to exchange it because I thought maybe it was just a bad pressing. And I actually ordered it from somewhere else, so it could have been from a different, should have been from a different batch altogether. But no, same exact problem. So if anybody else has that issue, let me know. But otherwise, it carries all the same special features over from the Blu-ray. It has the Blu-ray in it, which was the 40th anniversary Blu-ray or whatever, which is a really great set. The movie looks good, sounds good. You got a really great documentary on here. I can recommend this highly. So if you have not picked this up already, this is one I definitely recommend even future-proofing yourself on. Because, yeah, it's not a flashy-ass movie, but if a movie is old and it's done on film, they're going to always look the best on 4K if the mastering's done well. And this is another one where the mastering was done well. It looks good. It appears to be from the original negatives, which is always a plus as well because you get the most quality out of it. Great movie all around, too, on top of it. So, great soundtrack. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but...
Yes, I have. And I'm glad to hear that because I was going to buy that. I was out of Walmart and I was going to buy it. And now I'm kind of regretting that I didn't pick it up because he said they're sold out now.
They're getting harder to find, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to buy that in Speed.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but they'll probably re-release it in a later date everywhere. Walmart did it before with the last time they released back Smokey and the Bandit. There's a few movies that for some reason they have like a deal that they get exclusively at first, and Best Buy has a few that they get exclusively at first, and they've done that across the board for each version that have come out. Like Gremlins, for some reason, is one I've always had to go to Best Buy to get. Superman the movie was another one that for a while you can only get at Best Buy, but now after a few months they become available everywhere. So
yeah,
I wouldn't fret too much. That's where I'm saying like Black Friday is hands down the best day to get any deals. Like you can generally almost count on anything that comes out within the year is probably going to get a Black Friday deal. So
yeah, that's what I was. That's one of the reasons why I didn't buy it. But I was really wanting to get that and Speed and Animal House all on 4K.
All those are all great. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really wanting to get them, and
Speed is great.
I kind of backed off because I had just bought a bunch from Amazon a while ago, so I didn't want to go crazy. And so, but I definitely plan on picking that up, and I'm glad to hear that it's a good quality and everything. And if I get it when I get it, if it does the sound thing to me, I'll let you know.
Yeah, Speed and the other one you just mentioned,
Animal House,
both look really great. I got the steelbook for Animal House too. Maybe I'll bring that on next time.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, that's cool. Runner,
you haven't seen Smokey and the Bandit before?
No, I haven't. I need to watch it.
You some bitch! I tell you what.
There ain't no way you come from my loins. When we get home, I'm gonna punch your mama in the mouth.
Freaking Burt Reynolds and damn, I can't remember his name.
What the hell's a Texas County Monty doing out here? Oh, that is Jackie Gleason, you mean?
Yeah, Jackie Gleason. Man, I can't think of his name. But yeah, you got to see that Runner. Oh, the Runner's up here.
Oh, then we got the limited.
We got
edition.
Cool. You got the digibook of that. Like,
yeah, it's cool. I actually like it. It's cool as shit. Like you got Spider-Man 1, the badass train fight, that shitty movie, and you get a bonus disc which comes with the editor's cut of Spider-Man 3.
Yep.
I haven't checked that out yet, but
it's a little different, but not like way different.
That's what I've heard.
It's not.
I heard they took. I heard they took out that stupid scene where that butler's like, yeah, you know what scene I'm talking about.
There's some stuff that's taken out, and then there's some stuff that's still in there. You're like, why did they leave this in? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the dance bit and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's bad. But no, I love the first two movies. That's what got me into the Spider-Man character and just comic book movies in general. So yeah, I had to grab that.
It's a great movie. That's probably my favorite version of Spider-Man all around.
Plus, I didn't even know once I got that, I didn't even know there was an extended cut of Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
You didn't know that?
No.
I bought that when it came out on I bought all them on DVDs, and when I found out it's called Spider-Man 2.5, I bought that immediately as well.
Now I think in here I thought it was called like Spider-Man 2.1 or some shit.
It's 2.5, I believe.
It says in this disc it says Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 2.1.
Yeah, I think it's 2.1, yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? I guess you're right. I have to look at my.
And
Look at that.
you know, honestly,
Yeah, you're right.
it's one of
2
those
sorry,
few
it's
where I
2.
wouldn't say that the extended cut is all that much greater. It's all okay, but yeah,
For
Yeah.
which one?
the second one, it's all right.
Okay.
It has, and the original version is so good.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Still one of my favorite comic
Oh,
book
yeah.
movies, honestly.
exactly. It's so up. So it's probably in the top 5, if not
Oh
second
god,
or
yeah.
third.
And I have a $5 super chat here from the Rookie Critic. Says, after a certain amount of years, will DVDs lose their playability or after multiple use? Also adding Smokey and the Bandit to the list. LOL.
Me too.
No, they shouldn't unless they're a bad pressing. DVDs should technically last forever. Same thing with Blu-rays and
Yes.
so on. You have the issue of disc rot, which I'm not 100% convinced that it's only to do with glue, because I've had talked to people before about having batches of disc rot in their collections, and there was so much of it. It's like that can't be just the glue. It's got to be something to do with the environment as well. Because normally disc rot is caused from a cheap glue they would use, and it would start separating because discs are just two really thin pieces of plastic with the film on the inside, the reflective stuff. So what happens is those two pieces of plastic start to separate, and it pulls apart that film plastic stuff. So then it's unplayable. And you'll get like little weird spots on them. I've only had like 2 or 3 discs that are DVDs ever have disc rot. Now, burnable discs suffer from disc rot horribly, especially older ones. But no, other than disc rot or being scratched beyond repair, you can watch a movie you'll run through players before you ever run a movie to the ground. It's not possible. There's nothing touching the disc. You are touching the disc. That's it.
And he got another $2 super chat here from Rookie. Said, would the DVD players be more likely to falter? Yes.
Exactly. Yes. You could go through hundreds of millions of probably players before the disc will ever go bad. As long as you don't scratch it, do anything to it, it'll play the same it did the first time. It's not like videotape. It's not like any analog. Even records and stuff like that will wear over time to where no, discs won't. Same thing with CDs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just a digital format. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always why I try to be careful about discs and stuff.
Yeah. And for those 2 super chats, Rookie, you get this.
All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain.
Sorry, Tom.
Yeah. No, that's okay. No, like Tyrell, thank you for saying that, because that helps my little
I like Blade
hypothesis
Runner
right there. Because outside of bad batches, where I've heard of bad batches of certain discs and movies or whatever, this makes more sense to me. I used to live near the beach. That used to happen, but not so much anymore. And that's probably because of the salt in the air and the change in humidity. I'm convinced that it has something to do with that. So I'm maybe someday I'll write a paper or do a video on it, because I don't know if anybody's figured this out yet. I can't be the first, though. There's got to be somebody out there that's done it before, but I don't think disc rot is like something that's normal.
Yeah, I haven't really had any problems with the ones I've had for a long time. So yeah, he says, I heard like 40 years with playing them, they'd be less playable.
Whoever told you that has no clue what they're talking about, unless they just mean that they're just not, you're going to have a harder time finding stuff to play them on. That's plausible, because a lot of the companies that make DVDs and Blu-rays players kind of quit. So like the main places to get Blu-rays and DVD players anymore are video game systems and stuff and computers.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to do the video on that. Rick said it would be a good one. So get people out there, let them know about the whole disc rock thing, how it doesn't, in 40 plays.
Well, it's not a huge problem, but if I can figure out what is causing it, and if that's it, and if you can take proper precautions, if you're somebody who happens to live by the beach, if you just put it in maybe an encasement, you'll have less of a problem, something like that. Or, I'm sure you can find a way that it won't be as exposed to the elements.
Yes. And take a minute here. Say hell to the chat. Hell, everybody, for being here. Megan Jetty 1, Tommy, Rookie, Eric Winberg, Martin Acosta Santana, Eugene Rawls, Sinister, Tim Possible. I think Gothic Therapy here. Hell to everybody here. Thank you guys for showing up.
I guess the best thing I could probably offer in this case, if that's really true, and if that's the symptom and the whatnot, or at least the cause, maybe. We don't know for sure what the symptom is, I should say. If you're somebody who lives by the beach and you've already had a few issues with disc rot, maybe you should just buy some cheap plastic Ziploc bags and put all your discs inside of Ziploc bags inside the covers, because there's no way of sealing them airtight unless you can find some kind of case that's airtight. I don't see a way of keeping the elements away from the disc other than putting them in like a plastic baggie, maybe.
Yeah. And MJ1 Media here, Mega Jetty says, I still have yet to take the time to sit down and watch Blade Runner beginning to end. You should totally do that. Also, still need to watch The Last Starfighter. You should totally watch that as well, too. Hey there, Rookie.
I'm not gonna lie, like I think the only version of Blade Runner I saw was the final cut, and I saw it on Netflix. And I think at one point, this was like late at night because I normally watch whatever like late at night just because of the quiet and peace. But I think I only got through like half of it at one point, and then later on, it just finished the rest. Yeah, it was a good movie.
It is. And the Last Starfighter is, if you've not seen that, you definitely need to see that.
I haven't seen that yet, but I also enjoyed the sequel to Blade Runner that came out not too long ago.
2049.
Yeah,
I have yet to see that one yet, personally.
Oh, I actually own 2049 on Blu-ray. I still need to get the first movie.
Yeah, the first one is
I only got Blade Runner 2049 first just because of that hot chick. That's it.
I've heard that so many people say that just because of that hot chick.
Oh, dude, she's hot as fuck.
And Mega Jetty, for your super chat, you get this. I love that.
Nice little remix there.
Yeah,
you should have had it almost play in the Fat Boys with Freddie rapping or whatever.
Yeah, I should do that. That would be good. I might do that next one. Whose turn is it? Who are we at?
I think we're on either you. I think we're on you. Yeah.
Okay. So my next one is actually not a movie. It's a vinyl, especially with what just came out now, and I'm glad to have this one. So I'll show you. It's the Metallica Black Album.
Ooh.
And it's
that's the charcoal edition.
I believe it's just a plain
Jane.
That's the 2 disc, 2 LP. I said disc. How dumb am I? 2 LP.
Oh, it's technically discs.
Yeah. So there's the.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But the LPs are just the regular vinyl. They're not
the regular vinyl LP black. But yeah, I had to bring this after hearing what they're doing with the anniversary of this. Oh, it just was like, no, I can't do that.
Why? What are they doing? I didn't hear.
Oh, they're releasing a they're doing, artists are covering every song from the album because it's its anniversary. And the first single off of it is Miley Cyrus and Elton John doing Nothing Else Matters.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I was like,
only 1/3 of that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I like Elton John, but
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. You can take on Miley Cyrus.
The last thing I want him to do, a Metallica song.
Exactly.
What the hell is she doing anywhere near this?
It's just like some of the people, I can't even remember everybody,
mix.
but it was like so bad. The people singing their song, I was like, oh my God, these people suck.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I had to, it's physical media, it's all types, so I had to bring in a vinyl.
I should have grabbed a vinyl. I didn't think of that. I just grabbed movies this time out. But if you have me back again, I'll mix it up next time.
That's
I mean, actually, I have one here sitting here. I could swap out if I really wanted to.
It's up to you, man.
No, it's kind of embarrassing. Brian Adams. No. Anyway.
Hey, I like Brian Adams.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, is it my turn now, or did we have more to say?
Yeah, you can.
I think it's your turn.
Yeah, you can go.
All right, now we're gonna get into some imports. This is the stuff I love.
I like imports.
This one just came out recently, Short Circuit 2, and the movie itself appears to be, I think, just the same release we have here as far as the movie itself. But what this does have, and I don't even think you're going to be able to see it because of my camera, but it just has a plethora of special features for.
So sweet.
the movie. I mean, you can't really see what they are, but you can see the long list.
Yeah.
There's some really cool stuff in there. There's even bloopers and some other cool stuff. Yeah, I recommend it. If you like the movie quite a bit. If you're not a big fan, if you're just a casual fan, somebody might do a version like this in the future. Since this is region 2, it is region locked. So you can only watch it on a region-free Blu-ray player. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, it's been available here for a while. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of a neat cover. And it
like
has some
that.
goodies. I suppose I should show the goodies, huh? That's
Yeah,
kind of
you
the
and
point.
I actually the company that actually makes that DVD follows me on Twitter.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they're listening.
Yes.
Because I love this. And this is not my first disc from them. It's got the reversible cover. Because I think these are the same guys who did... didn't they do Last Starfighter, I think? Can't remember. Oh, it's 88 films. I think they did either Last Starfighter or something else I'm thinking of. But yeah, it's got the reversible cover, which is cool. So you get the old classic poster, or you can use the new one. It's got a really nice collectible book. Some really cool pictures and stuff about the movie. It's got a double-sided poster featuring one of the classic versions of the poster in the pool, and then the new one for the
awesome.
new art. I'm not going to pull it all out, but yeah. So it's a nice little package if you can find it for a decent price, and if you've got a region-free player, and you can watch it. So
Definitely. I was thinking about getting that after they followed me. I want to say about 3 months ago, and that was like one of their first posts about that. So I was like, I really
tell
wanted
them
to
Tom
get
said
that.
hi.
Yeah, I will. I'll tell them because I really wanted to. Because I don't own Short Circuit 2 on Blu-ray, so I need to get that. I was going to upgrade it, so I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cool.
And Tyrell says here, just recently upgraded to 4K on the TV. Is it really worth it to upgrade on the disc too? I already have thousands of DVDs and blues, and I'm reluctant to go down that rabbit hole. We talked a little bit about this earlier.
Yeah, that's really a you thing, man. I'm a snob, so to me, I want the best of the best of the best. So when I see the movie, I want the best quality. I want the best audio quality. I've got a big ass TV with Dolby Atmos surround sound. So, for me, that's what I want. And to me, if I have the money, it's worth the upgrade. Now, has there been discs that have been disappointing? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Now, like back in the day when I first started collecting DVD, there was movies like, well, I don't think I'll ever buy that on DVD. And that changed. Same thing with Blu-ray. And that's because once I got hooked on, the HD, once you step back a little bit, you're like, oh, I can't do that no more. So eventually, if you're somebody like that where it bothers you, you may upgrade. But if it doesn't bother you and you don't think it's worth it to you to upgrade, then I wouldn't worry about it. Maybe be just selective. Maybe there's just a few titles that you're really into that you really want, like Jaws is a great one.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Indiana Jones ones like I brought up, though. You might want to wait. So it's a give and take, a push and pull. I don't think 4K is going anywhere anytime fast. The problem is going to be certain companies are just deciding to cut back on things. So this is something that's been happening for a while. So we'll see.
And that's why I say buy what you want now, whether it be Blu-ray, DVD, 4K, whatever, because they are cutting back. So
that's exactly what I did. And I already told FanZcene the story. Like, I got a bunch of graduation money, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to spend it on physical media.
Oh, you cut out there.
Yeah, you cut out.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, but just slightly.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, just it depends on your budget and what you feel you want out of your entertainment, time and money. And if you feel like you're getting just what you need out of a DVD, then hey, don't let anybody shame you for that.
Yeah.
But there is a discernible difference. Big time in the jump from each grade, because you're going up like almost 4% each time, or 4 times, or however you want to look at it. The best way I can say to look at it is if you have a really good computer monitor, especially if you have a higher resolution one. Just think about it as, when you're going to get a picture and you zoom in and it's a low res picture, that's what DVD is. If it doesn't look, you only have 480 for 40p for the highest resolution you can get out of it. And then DVD or a Blu-ray is 1080p is the highest resolution. And then, 4K is like, I think 2160p. So it's, I think they're going to go any farther than 4K? Not likely. Maybe for very special rare things. I don't think 8K TVs are ever going to be
Yeah.
a thing in the household.
I really hope not too. You're talking to a guy here too. I have a 4K TV, 4K player, and all that, and I'm still buying VHSs and watching them every once in a while. So,
Well, you know, and
all
some
depends on
people
your
can do
preference,
that. Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Some people can do that. Me, I just, I'm a snob. I admit it wholeheartedly.
And I have nothing against that whatsoever. It's just I don't know. I just recently started going back to VHSs. It's like a nostalgia thing. I guess as I was getting older, it just kind of hit me. So
I mean, the real thing is like, because a really good 4K master down converted to a 1080p Blu-ray looks great. I mean, there's some releases where they're really minimal as far as the difference. The big thing with 4K is if it has high dynamic range. That makes a big difference. It's a big process to get into. I'm not going to get into all the ins and outs. And not all 4K movies actually have it, but most of them do. And that's a special process done where it calculates with between the highest highs and the lowest lows, and the colors are more correct. It makes the picture better, because if you don't have the HDR, it's kind of just a flat picture, which it still looks good for the most part, but it makes a big difference in a lot of ways. So there's even some 2K up converts that are on 4K Blu-ray that still look that they get the edge over the Blu-ray just because of the HDR.
Yeah.
So there you go. But if you have a movie that's on film, like the next one I'm going to talk about, it makes a big difference.
Okay. I want to ask you a question real quick before we get to runners. I just bought Ghostbusters 1 and 2 on 4K. Do you have them?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I have it on.
Yeah,
I
wanted to make sure.
I bought it on Blu-ray when I was shopping at Walmart.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
1 and 2 on Blu-ray, yeah.
Ghostbusters 1 has never looked this good.
Sweet. Haven't watched them yet because I just bought them and I was wanting to make sure the 4K, because I had never heard nothing about the 4K, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get them.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters is something I was like, you know what, I should have had this a long time ago, because I like the first one. Second one's all right.
Well, I mean, all the versions they've done before have always looked pretty good because that's always been a forerunner of the formats. Whenever a new format came out, Ghostbusters was just always one you could bank on being first. And it was one of my early DVD purchases, one of my earlier Blu-ray purchases. Yeah. But the new 4K master is actually from the negative. So that's another thing that makes a big difference.
I also watched Ghostbusters at a drive-in last year.
Cool.
It was fucking awesome.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, just to go back to the 4K thing, that's all I was saying.
Yeah.
Runner, you want to go ahead and show your next one?
No more DVDs this time. Video games.
Ooh, a video game.
Yeah.
Something
Uncharted,
new?
the Nathan Drake collection. I love Uncharted.
I've never played those.
Oh my god. Like, do you have a PlayStation?
No. See, I'm really not much of a gamer.
Okay.
So like my last system was an Xbox One, and I gave it to my nephew, and I still have an Xbox 360, but it just sits there.
Yeah,
so
no,
I don't really game.
This is a PlayStation exclusive, and I'll tell you this: if you're an Indiana Jones fan, you will love this series.
That's cool.
I have the fourth game too. I think that was the first Uncharted game I played because it came with the PS4. But
what are your thoughts about the upcoming movie? Because I know they made it into a movie.
Yeah, I know. I think Tom Holland is a good actor. I just don't think Nathan Drake is. I don't think he was. I just don't like the casting. I think he's a little too young. If they're gonna do like a prequel thing where it's like before the Uncharted 3 flashbacks that Nathan Drake had, then I guess. But I'm gonna go watch the movie and I'll give you my thoughts, because I love this series. I mean, the trilogy's better than the fourth movie. I mean, the graphics in the fourth movie are fucking outstanding. But this is when Naughty Dog was good, and they didn't false flag channel.
So I've never played him, but I've heard good things about him, so that's interesting. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I love him so much. Fantastic games, and yeah, I know I've said this before many times on LGL. I'm a PlayStation guy, and that series really got me. Like, I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the movie when you see the movie and how you
Yeah.
compare them to the games. That'd be
Yeah,
interesting.
because like it's like Uncharted and Mortal Kombat are like my top favorites when it comes to like video game stuff.
Cool. That's good. I'm glad. See,
Yeah,
that's what I'm liking. I like
and FanZcene knows my thoughts on the new movie.
yeah, the Mortal Kombat movie. But I like that. I like how we're this with the movies and the games and the
Yeah.
vinyl. I'm loving it. I appreciate it, guys. I thank you guys for this. And I guess it's on to me now for my final thing. My final thing is a book, but next time I think I will bring just all movies because Tom's got me wanting to look through my movies with all the movies he brought.
Yeah. I'm gonna save some of my other Blu-rays and stuff.
Yes, that's good because
later.
I'll have you back on. But here is for my final. It is a book. It is the novelization of the final episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. All Good Things, in hardback. I had to get this. I absolutely love it. I like the Star Trek. The original series is my jam. And Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and we won't talk about New Trek. But I just love having this, and it's so good to be able to watch the show, the final episode, and read the novelization because it's just so good. It's just like I enjoy it. But that was my final physical media of the night.
All right.
So, but yeah,
I'm not familiar with that.
You're not familiar with that? It's written by
Yeah.
Michael Jan Friedman. And it's just I don't know. It's just really I've had it for a while and I've just really enjoyed it. To be able to read the final episode in a novel form is kind of interesting. Kind of paints a different picture in your mind. That's why I like it. But yeah, that's my little nerdy book moment.
All right.
Right.
The one I got left is this is the most expensive Blu-ray in my collection that I've ever paid for one Blu-ray, and that is the imported American Werewolf in London
Sweet.
4K edition.
That is awesome.
Robert Meyer Burnett is to blame for this.
Yeah, he's to blame for some of the stuff I bought recently too.
It comes with all kinds of goodies. You have coasters from the Slaughtered Lamb.
Oh, that's awesome.
You've got a sticker that says Beware the Moon. You've got some lobby cards, including the fake porno. Comes with the soundtrack, which has never been released before.
Seriously?
Yep. They only had a Mecha version of it. And then it has this really cool book that's all in like German. I can't read, but it's got some really cool pictures. Comes with a fold-out poster. Now, here's one where I'm not too keen on the thing that it comes in because it's much like the Indiana Jones kind of sort of thing. It comes in this slide-out thing.
That's awesome.
So you got to go through like 10 layers of stuff. It's like a really expensive for girl. You got to go through all these layers.
You got to go
But
through
it comes
to
with,
good stuff.
of course, the 4K Blu-ray, which the best thing about importing 4K Blu-ray,
region free,
baby.
Yes.
And then the other two are just the supplements and the regular standard Blu-ray. But again, these are region 2. So you have to have a region-free player to play the actual Blu-ray part of it. But if you have the, I believe Arrow put it out recently. I think that's the same stuff from the Arrow disc. I don't think, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think there's anything new as far as special features, but the movie looks amazing. And it may get a 4K release here soon, but I mainly got this for the soundtrack and the goodies.
I got to get that. Where'd you get that? What company?
Oh, shit. It's actually out of print now. It was a limited edition. I've got number 130 out of, I think, 1,000 or 2,000. I can't remember how many they did. There's a couple different versions, but if you want it now, you're going to pay well over $200 probably for it online.
Holy shit.
Now, there's a version without the soundtrack that is much cheaper.
Now, see, though,
so that's a little bit. But at that point, you might as well just. I mean, if you don't want the soundtrack, you might as well just wait for an American version of it. So I'm sure Universal will do it sooner or later.
That's kind of like I know in the UK, I think the Zack Snyder's Justice League is out on Blu-ray and 4K, but I'm like waiting until
part of that is because of HBO Max.
I know.
And then the other half is they don't have. I heard that they actually didn't have enough facilities now that Warner kicked all its production over to
Discovery.
oh no, Universal and them are doing some joint venture now on their Blu-ray production. So like I don't think they have it enough of them.
You said that like 4K is region free.
It is,
Yes.
yeah. So you can import
Okay.
the 4K Snyder cut,
Yeah,
and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, just if it comes with the Blu-ray won't
the
play.
4K and Blu-ray version, and like every time on Amazon, because I have both versions saved on my cart, they keep changing the damn prices. But
Just keep in mind though that the Blu-ray, it might be region free, but it might be region 2.
That's kind of my worry. But because I know real quick, like I know because I
well, you cut out.
You cut out
conversion because can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Because I heard Zach say that I think when the American version, he wants it on both color and the black and white version, or the Justice is Gray. That's the black and white version, which is cool as fuck.
That's my guess. Is if you're unless it's like cheap enough to import, you might as well just wait for that.
Yeah.
They're gonna do some like elaborate box set here. I bet that'd be my guess.
Yeah,
I would bet they will. Yeah. I believe they're supposed to be putting that on a steelbook too. So for 4K.
like
But
I know
yeah.
there's a steelbook already on 4K for the Snyder
Zabi
Cut.
or whoever did it, I think. Yeah.
It's like the guy, like every character has like their fingers up and stuff. I don't know. Not a huge fan. It's coolish, but I would rather wait for something that looks better.
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, if you ever do upgrade to 4K, it's region free. So you can literally buy 4K movies from anywhere. But like Tom said, the Blu-rays are usually region 2 or region whatever region they're from. So you have to have a region free.
It's a hit and miss. It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, yeah.
Some I've gotten where they're just region free all around, and then and they'll even say they're region 2 on the back, but they're not. They're just region free. And then other times where they're for some reason they are. I remember I imported Bill and Ted Face the Music, and the Blu-ray version appears to be the exact same Blu-ray that's in the US, just region free, because Warner Brothers actually released it overseas. So and MGM Orion I think released it here in the US. So
yep. So yeah, it is hit and miss, but sometimes you can get them earlier. Sometimes they're like that American Werewolf from London set, which Tom may hurt my wallet showing me that.
Blame Robert Meyer Burnett. He's the source of it. I didn't know it existed until that man told me, and then he pulled out his version, which is the other one. And I think he told me this is the more rare one, but I got lucky on this one just because the top happened to be a little dented in or whatever. I got it for $200 instead of like $250 or $300 what the other ones are going for. So you might find one that way, and it's pretty well inside there to where everything should be fine if the box is a little dinged up. I know it sucks thinking, I'm going to pay $200 for something with a dinged up box, but it's better than paying $250 or $300.
I will take dinged up box over, so I'm cool with that. But yes, that actually went quicker than I anticipated, but we are going to be wrapping it up. And thank you guys for coming on here. Runner and Tom, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for your time. It was fun. Definitely have you guys back on again. We'll do another one of these.
Yeah, anytime, man, if I can fit it in. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Next Wednesday though, I will have a special guest on here, so it'll be just me and my special guest. And then the Wednesday after that, we'll probably do another physical media show.
Nice.
Just my special guest is I probably have I'm looking
gives me
to
more
have
time for shopping, probably.
Yeah, that too. But I probably will have the director of the upcoming movie, Die in a Gunfight, will be on here next Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to talking to him.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I appreciate it. You guys want to plug anything before we close it out?
No, I just hope to have go ahead, Runner.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say, nothing much to plug. I mean, I have a channel, I have a Twitter and all that stuff. You can follow me over there. Also La Gaming Lounge. That's a show I do with on its own channel with Culture Casino, Angelus Draven, and Kai MFS. Every Thursday we do a live show, so that should be tomorrow. I won't make it to tomorrow's show because of work, but yeah.
Cool. Well, and I do have your guys' well, except Tom's. I have to put Tom's in there, but I do have your guys' links to your channels and social media in the description. And I know I didn't put it in the chat, but I just know they're in the description if you guys want to check them out. And please, yes, please subscribe to Midnight's Edge After Dark, Midnight's Edge, Runner's channel, the Gaming Lounge, all that. And they're really great guys, and I have a lot of fun when you guys come on. And I'm digging the show. I really like the show. It's kind of a rip off from Robert Meyer Burnett, but I like how we're setting it up. So I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah. So we'll get, Tom back, Runner back, and maybe somebody else, or, or just us. We'll just see how it goes. We'll play how it goes. But like I said, next Wednesday, I will have the director of Dying a Gunfight on here. Hopefully, as long as everything goes smoothly and nothing falls apart. So, and then we'll continue back up after that. And, as we go out, I will play a video and I'll end it. And thank you to everybody in the chat, Tommy, MJ1 Studios, Tyrell, like I said, Tim Possible, Rookie Critic, Martin Acosta, Santana, Sinister, Eugene Rolls, and anybody Rookie Critic, Eric Winberg. Sorry, I didn't mean to say Winberg. I apologize, Eric. Yeah. Everybody there. Thank you guys for coming, and I appreciate it. And if you like the show, let me know, and make sure you have hit that like button, and continue to share out this and subscribe to all of our channels. Appreciate it. And I will end with Tom singing us out with 80s Night.
Oh, yes, it's 80s night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's 80s night.